Hi, everyone. Thank you guys so much.
Hello.
Yeah. We are so excited to be sharing with those live on Zoom and then those of you on the world of YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Jean, and this is
I'm Sandy Chestnut.
yeah, and we just love to help people with their health and wellness because we both have our different stories on what got us started, especially with our specific products. So, Sandy, would you like to go first?
Oh my gosh. Well, sure. Many years ago, I was always using essential oils, always. And sage oil was my go-to for everything. But I would buy lots of bottles at a time, and then eventually I'd run out. And when I'd buy some more, it didn't always smell quite the same. And then one time it was offensive. I mean, I scrunched up my face and I thought, this cannot be sage oil. There's no way that this is sage oil. But it was the same label, the same place. It just didn't smell right. And that was what started my search in wondering how I could get consistency, with oils. And that was when I discovered Young Living oils. And actually, you helped me. Yeah, I was introduced to Jean. Yeah, and she told me all about Young Living oils and about the farms, and those were all the reasons for the consistency. And I discovered that, that to be true. I never had another bottle of sage oil that smelled any different than the ones before. And I also learned that if for some reason that plant life, if you will, was no longer available for whatever reason, that then the oil is not available until the plant is available, where there's many other products on the market that will just find what they need to fill that bottle.
Yeah.
So that was what brought me into Young Living oils. And I've learned so much about all of the oils. I see them as plant medicine. That's my relationship with the oils. And I'll tell you, they've gotten me through some real tough times, emotionally, physically, helped me get well, stay well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my story for now.
Perfect. And many of you on here or on my YouTube, maybe you're just finding this. So I want to do a brief recap for me and my story. So I used to be sick all the time, like every single month, something, sinus infection. And then I wouldn't really get over it. Then it would go into the flu, or maybe it would go into bronchitis, or just so many different things, even pneumonia. And through all of that, I realized, well, actually through my education of everything and learning about the Toxic Substance Control Act that happened in 1976, and over 65,000 plus ingredients were just grandfathered in to our environment and on our shelves, and they're still on there today. That's what affected me. I literally just had a reminder of it over the weekend. So I went to White Sands in New Mexico, was staying at an Airbnb. And I mean, it looked perfect. It looked beautiful and really well put together. Man, those toxins hit me. And I was just like, it was crazy. Like Nate was like, oh my God, this looks so great and such a beautiful place. And I'm like, smell that? He's like, what do you mean? See, I'm very toxic sensitive. And I think he started getting a little realization of how toxic sensitive I was, because we even checked in like 4 hours later. then they told us to check in, and I could still like feel it. So I left the door open, they had a screen door. I started the diffuser right away. We went on a walk. Like, it was a lot, you guys. So toxins are huge. I also had pizza face acne, and like we mentioned, the importance of the farm and our seed to seal promise. So seed to seal is science. You can see some of the science. We have farms throughout the world. So it's science, sourcing, and standards. And you can go to seed2seal.com for YouTube. The link is below, and you'll find all our contact info below as well. So that's a nutshell of my beautiful story. Now, with prepping for winter, that's what we're here to talk about today. We're going to chat about the importance of a supplement routine, some of our amazing supplements. We are gonna, before anyone says, oh, what about essential oils? We will talk about essential oils too.
Yes.
And emotional well-being, as well as energy, because that's like another thing that we want to make sure that we're keeping up. So yeah, I definitely do a supplement routine. And I think, what about you?
I do too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about a few of our different favorites. I will say that this is my little go thing. So I'm a lot of the time with our huge organization, we have a lot of places to go, a lot of things happening. So I have a container with Allerzyme, which is an enzyme. So that's this one is Allerzyme, right? Super B. Yeah, and I realized I'm touching them and putting them back in, but I got thieves on me, so I'm good. And Super C.
And you're the only one taking them from
That's
that
true.
container.
That's true. So I'm gonna touch them eventually. So that's a good point. Thank you, Sandy. She makes some great points here. So an enzyme, and I do also grow my own food, and I always eat organic. I highly encourage you guys to look at that, look at some of the food industry and just take in some more info. We only have, we want to make sure that for those live, we have some time for Q&A. So we kind of want to keep this short. There is a lot of information, and we're giving it to you in bite-sized pieces. So again, an enzyme is important to help break down your food, and enzymes are like me moving my hands, talking, they control everything. So some sort of enzyme, I choose Allerzyme. B vitamins, Super B and Super C. And then I would also take Illuminize. You only need one a day. So I usually take that at my house. So I've already taken that because I got here around 10, a little bit before 10.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and we've been working all day. It's been
it's our
amazing.
day.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just a general like supplement routine. Now, immune system. Shall you do the honors?
Yes. One of the things that I take every single day is called Immune Pro. Get this up here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's a chewable tablet. I guess I can show you guys. And it's really actually pretty yummy.
We like yummy things.
We like yummy things. My dogs think that I'm eating a candy. I don't give them one though it would probably be safe for them, but they're mine. They're for me. I don't share those.
Yes. Yeah.
But these have been really incredible. I take them on a regular basis. I only need one a day. But anytime I feel like a little funkiness in my throat, little bit, that feeling in your ears, anything where I suspect that something's creeping in, I will eat one of these 3 times a day. I'll have one in the morning, one about lunchtime, and one near the end of the day. And I might only need to do that 2 days.
Perfect.
Sometimes just the one day.
Wow.
that I do the extra. And then the next day I'm back to normal. So I just really rely on these. And if I'm getting low and I realize that I didn't put them on my reorder, I'm like, oh, what was I thinking? So these are really great. They're super important. And then did you want to talk about other stuff, or should I talk about the my Ningxia, my the nerve?
So another thing, it's so interesting. We both represent and use Young Living, and we have different go-tos, which is perfect because you're gonna find what works best for you, and you can experience it, and it's gonna be whatever is best for you, right? So a lot of the time, if I feel like I'm coming down with something, and we both do have, I think, different blood. Everyone has different blood types. There's 4 different blood types, and it's a thing.
I don't know, never checked what we are.
But I like to do inner defense. So with inner defense, I make sure that I drink a full glass of water when I'm taking my inner defense. And I also eat it or consume it during a meal. That's just going to help it and help get anything out of my system, because our gut is really our second brain. And that's just really important to know and to use this. So inner defense is really an immune support gel cap, and it's amazing. It literally, it's essential oils with some vitamins. So with a carrier oil, essential oils with a carrier oil. So that's one of the things I do. And again, usually one, and I'm good. And so I don't take that consistently every day. Some people, especially with everything that's happening right now in 2021, they either take it every day or every other day. It's just, everyone's a little different. So that's one thing that's going to help with the immune system. Now, another thing. Now, let's talk about
my juice.
Let's be real. It's really our juice. I mean, technically, this is your box.
Yes, my box, my juice. Get your own.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Okay.
So, well, I'll show this box here because Ningxia Red, which is the wolfberry or the acacia berry, mixed with other oils and other nutrients, creates this amazing drink.
It's the wolfberry.
Yes, there it is.
It's funny. I literally just opened it up to that. I love it.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And it comes in a beautiful glass bottle, or you can get these individual servings. And right now I'm working off my box with the individual servings. I always buy a box of these along with the bottles in case I run out before my refill order has arrived. I'm never out.
Exactly. I know. And I agree. Ningxia Red, you do not want to be out of.
You don't want to be out of it. And a normal serving is 2 ounces, which is what fits in these pouches. I always minimally do the 2 ounces. Now I have an interesting story. I've always taken this because I know it keeps me healthy. It's good for my blood sugar. It's good for my blood pressure. It's good for my entire system. It keeps everything in balance, everything in check. And it keeps my energy up. It's just amazing stuff. But I had a recent experience. I was having difficulty with my vision. It seemed like my glasses, no matter my prescription glasses, weren't working anymore. my little readers that I had in case I couldn't find my prescription glasses, they weren't working anymore either. And I was in a state of complete blurriness.
Yeah.
And it was really concerning. Let's see, well, I know the date. So on October 15th, I was out with Jean and another friend of ours, and I couldn't focus on anything. And Jean reminded me, she said, she said, years ago, Gary Young, our founder, was having issues. And he started what I call mega dosing with the Ningxia Red. And he increased to having 8 ounces a day. So that afternoon, I came home and I started guzzling this stuff. I know it's crazy, but I was so frustrated. And I kid you not, by the time I went to bed, this is like maybe 6 hours later, by the time I went to bed, I wasn't blurry.
That's awesome. That's so amazing.
I wasn't blurry.
Right.
Now, I still needed my reading glasses, but up until doing that, everything was blurry. Everything was blurry. It didn't matter. Everything was blurry. And within like 6 hours,
Yeah.
all that cleared up. So I was like, oh my God. I texted her. I was like, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So on the 15th, that started me doing more of these. And I've been doing 8 ounces every day. And now my prescription glasses, they're too much. I kid you not, they're too much. I'm back to just this lightweight little reader, just for looking at stuff up close. I can actually read, even though it's a smidge blurry, but I can read text messages without my reader.
That's amazing.
And up until the 15th, there was no way. I couldn't even pick up my phone and see it to dial a number without putting my prescription glasses on. Yeah, so what a remarkable change in what is that, 2 weeks? What, a week, 2 weeks?
Well,
Yes,
well, today's the 26th, so
Yeah,
11
so
days.
11 days,
Yeah.
11 days of increasing the Ningxia Red.
Yeah. And so you were already doing 2 ounces at least a day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make
yeah,
that clear
yeah.
for anyone who's having a similar issue or something, that they're, just in case, everyone's a little different. I know it's going to work though. So
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah.
So do
Yeah.
it.
So,
Do it now.
Yeah, do it now. This
Get
has
unsubscribe to save.
been amazing.
And that means you'll get a monthly order of your Ningxia Red. Grab the 8 bottles and it'll be perfect. Okay. But we will talk about more about that towards the end. For anyone on actually the world of Zoom, I will get that posted into the chat. Okay. And so moving forward, Ningxia Red, I'm going to add a little bit more.
Yes, please.
Is also, I know she mentioned energy. The reason why it's so good for our energy and our immune system is both, right? When we're talking about prepping for winter, we're talking about immune system, better energy, and emotional support with the supplement routine in there. And this is a supplement. It's a whole food antioxidant juice. So you want to make sure to take it because the antioxidants help your immune system, right?
Yeah.
So that's just a little bit more about that. Also for energy, so I'm still kind of mentioning energy. The reason why I take Super B is because it also has that energy. Remember I mentioned that during my supplement routine. And Super B is also really good for emotional wellness, as well as Ningxia Red is really good for emotional wellness, because when everything is working synergistically together, we're happier, right? This is the color of our blood, and it's good for our blood health, right?
Yeah.
So it's good for all of
Yeah.
our organs. And it's amazing. It's from nature. It's perfect. And we're from nature, right? We're organic. That's an organic material. It's a perfect thing. So also though, we have Ningxia Nitro. It's okay. They're beautiful little tubes. Nate loves them.
Oh boy, they really get you going.
Yeah. So Ningxia Nitro is were you gonna say something?
No, I'm just going, because
Yeah.
it's like, put your seatbelt on.
Yeah, and Nitro is really good for like cognitive fitness, and Ningxia Nitro also has caffeine. So Ningxia Nitro has caffeine, whereas let's say for whatever reason you're getting into the habit of using your Ningxia Red. So Ningxia Red is caffeine free, and you're like, oh my God, I left this on the table, right? You left it on the table and you ran out the door. Well, just take it when you get home, but you're probably going to notice that you're going to be a little bit more run down that day, right? You're going to be a little bit more tired. You're not going to be as focused. So don't do that. Keep a few of them in your purse, or just take the whole box to work, or a bottle. Take the bottle and
Not my box.
Yeah. She's like, don't touch it. Just making sure I don't take her Ningxia Red. Or just keep these for traveling. They're perfect to throw in, and they pass TSA, right? They're under 2 ounces, or they're 2 ounces and lower. So that's kind of like a little bit of the immune, the emotional, and energy. Now, though, we're going to get to essential oils.
Yay.
We're going to talk about a few, because Young Living has over 200 blends and singles. So we're going to talk mostly about blends. I realize we're talking mostly about blends. So do you want to go with one of the first blends?
Well, let's see. I'm going to talk about joy.
Perfect.
I'm going to talk about joy. Now, this would require my readers to see the itsy bitsy writing, and you probably know it all by heart. Maybe. Well,
possibly.
So joy. Oh my gosh. This is the kind of an oil that you want to have on hand for any time in your life, in your day, where you might dip a little bit into that self-doubt, maybe feeling a little of that negative voice, is talking back at you. Maybe you've remembered something that kind of took you to a place you don't like to go. This oil is so amazing to change your emotional feeling and your mindset just by sniffing it, really. Now, the one ingredient in this, there's rose in here.
Yeah.
And for me, I know, everyone's senses of what they smell, what stands out is a little different.
Yeah, that's true.
But the rose in this lingers for hours. And that's just putting a little on.
Yeah.
So if you were to diffuse this, it would eventually waft through your whole house.
Yes.
And it would just lift your whole spirits. And in using it,
show them how to go.
Yeah,
I got this, girl.
I'm like the short one in the group.
We might have
yeah, but,
we can do it. We can do a measure. I was gonna say, I think we have some shorter team members, but that
but you want to let the oil just drip the bottle. You don't want to shake it out or bang it into your hand. You just want to let it drop out, and then gently just move it between your palms a little bit, and then
Yes.
inhale it. Put your face in the
Yeah, the
bottle.
sentence. The sentence.
And just really, really breathe it in. And just doing that a few times can really take care of whatever's going on. It can really help you out. And then you could put it on on your wrists or your carotids. That's my favorite place. I think, well, because our skin absorbs. I'm like, well, I want this to get picked up and move right through my whole bloodstream right now.
Yeah. You're like everywhere right now.
Right now.
Perfect.
But joy, this is a must have.
Yes.
It really is.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
So that's joy.
That's joy.
I'm going to mention one more, then I'm going to have Sandy mention one more, and then we're probably going to wrap it up, I think. Right? Do you feel there are a lot of
There's
us?
so many.
There are
so many.
There's so many. So with joy, one of the other oils that I like, which is also part of the Great Day Protocol, feel free to ask us that after or later, is white angelica. And since we're prepping for winter and we're getting ready to be around some family members and some family members that might rub us the wrong way, or no matter what you do, however nice you are, they just try and like nitpick. You guys all know. So with that, white angelica is really good to help keep your energy yours. And I like to think of it as like a double mirror. So when you apply white angelica or put it on in the diffuser, or just put it in the diffuser earlier that day, like sometimes people or just maybe try and put it on them. Yeah, she's all like, let me look at that.
I want some.
Right, you can put it in the diffuser. So a diffuser is also a mechanism that you can put essential oils out in the air, right? But we're also using that aromatic when we're just smelling it and taking those deep breaths, right? And the cool thing about that is when you smell an oil, it goes directly to your brain and it helps with your heart rate, your blood pressure, and just your memory. And it's just really cool. Now, when you're putting an essential oil on topically, which is what we did with dropping the oils, we both have done that. So when you do that, the oils are going to get into your bloodstream within seconds and fully absorb, depending if it has a carrier oil or not, in about an hour. And it's going to go where it needs to go. And this is another reason why we talk about being toxic free and being aware of your ingredients. Because if you don't know what your ingredients are, they can also get stuck in the fatty tissues of your cells, right? And essential oils are really cool because they work on that cellular level and they can recognize when something's not supposed to be in the body, which is really awesome. So, and then there's internal, which I realized I didn't grab any of our vitality oils, and I know you have some, but that's okay. But the vitality line is where we also have our vitality drops, where you can literally put this in the water. I already have mine in there and I don't want to fill it up. Do you want some in yours?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
take a little bit.
Vitality drops. So this is really good.
Cheers.
Yes, this is really good for your electrolytes. And electrolytes are minerals that we need to help us make sure that we're retaining our water. Again, in a nutshell. So this is one of my favorites, which is the grapefruit bergamot. And this is the YL vitality drops plus electrolytes, right? There's also plus energy. So you can use that if you're like, oh girl, but I also need energy. Grab those too. Now, what other essential oil would you like to talk about?
I'm gonna grab Believe.
Yay!
So this is another one of the blends. Shoot, I just don't have them all memorized.
That's fine.
Um,
You guys can look it up
but-
online. Everything's on the website, that's a cool thing about Young Living.
this oil truly stands up to its name. It really does. I use this oil every single day. I put it on several times a day. For a while, I was even putting it on the bottom of my foot because I was having some foot issues. And I wanted to connect my belief
Yeah.
to my foot
Oh, wow.
that my foot was in harmony with my thoughts of believing that it was getting better and that I would walk with ease.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it.
So believe really works, I think, synchronistically
Uh-huh.
with our cognitive abilities.
Yeah.
And because the fragrance is so distinct and it's quite strong,
Yeah.
and I think that's what helps with it working so well. But that creates an awareness throughout the day.
Exactly.
For whatever reason you're using it, that becomes your reminder
Yeah.
because you're connecting with it, almost like things that you would say
Yeah.
repetitively. If you were what's the word I'm
Oh,
getting?
affirmations.
Affirmations. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, if
I'm
you
like-
were making affirmations, this is like an affirmation in a scent.
Ooh, I like that. I
Okay.
like that.
Because when you apply it, you're thinking of what it is you are believing
So
to have
amazing.
happen. And as you're smelling it, it becomes your affirmation. It's reminding you of that.
Awesome. I love
That's one of my daily faves.
it. Perfect.
And you can diffuse it too, but I don't know. I like to put it on me.
There are times when I definitely diffuse believe, but I do I agree. I usually put believe on more on me, but it is a good one in the diffuser as well.
Yeah.
Especially just to help when you're thinking about your goals, right? You're envisioning your future. Because sometimes there's some naysayers, right? And it can be hard to filter out that, but with that sense of smell and going directly to your brain, that can really help you reject those thoughts, right?
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about
Yeah.
oils is, like you said, you can use them with the affirmations and like move forward with it. So it's just so awesome and it's so simple, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
literally, like just take a drop,
Yeah. Bink.
apply
There it
it,
is.
apply it anywhere, right? And
Done
some,
deal.
yeah, and some oils are going to come out quicker than others, and others are just going to come out a little slower. So you might need some patience with them, but yeah, it'll be
And
good.
when they come out quick, it's because the oil knows you need more than one drop.
She's good. She's good.
It's so true. It's so
That's
true.
that, I know. Gotta trust the divine and
Yeah.
with all of that. So also with prepping for winter, we have our thieves line. Now there are so many different things. These are hand wipes. So this is a hand sanitizing wipes killing 99.9%. These are just our thieves wipes, like you clean doorknobs and toilet seats in public bathrooms, just different things, handles wherever is best. We have hard lozenges. We also have these cough drops. We just have regular hand sanitizer, our spray, our toothbrush, our mouthwash, laundry, like so many, the whole line. So maybe you're like, hey, I want to invest in that because it's toxic free and it's amazing. And thieves in general is just really good for supporting your immune system and your overall wellness too. And it literally smells like Thanksgiving. Like I literally put Thieves Vitality in my pumpkin pie. Or people say it smells like Christmas because, it's cinnamon bark, clove, rosemary, lemon, and eucalyptus. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
another daily.
yes.
Another daily.
Yes. It's so amazing. So that's kind of to close it out. Literally, if you get all of this, you're going to grab some free products. I would also suggest you subscribe to Save. For those of you on live, we will go over, and anyone watching the replay, contact us. I will not only have my info, I'll get Sandy's info in there, and just connect with whichever one of us connects with. We're on the same team. Whichever you connect with one of us, we're all good.
Yeah, we're all. Yeah,
y'all got
everything leads to us.
Yeah, exactly. So, for those of you that are like, hey, that sounds like a really good idea, I should definitely subscribe to Save because I'm going to not only get some points back when I spend over $50 a month or 50 PV, right? And you're like, oh, I really see this. You guys can see the importance of using essential oils every day, right? Can you see how being on our team is just going to be so much fun?
Right? Absolutely.
And with being on our team, it's going to be very educational, fun and education. Wait, man, who would have put those two words together?
Yeah, we did that.
So yeah, you can subscribe to Save, or you can just grab 100 PV order and you're going to unlock the 24% savings and get it on wholesale, which, dude, who doesn't like saving money? I know I do. Right?
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah, saving money is just like easy. So for those of you on Zoom, we're going to connect you with our link on YouTube. Info's below. Connect with one of us, and we can also help you set up your wellness order.
We'll answer all your questions. We'll point you in the right direction to things that will be helpful for you and your wellness. Yeah, and it'll be fun. So reach out to us.
Exactly.
Do it now.
Bye. Bye for now. Oh, we'll see you guys later. Oh wait, it's not. Oh, where's the record button? Oh, hold on. I got this. It's not my first. Bye, you guys. Here.
What happened?
Oh, okay. Bye. Have a good one.
Bye.